Sairam. A loving welcome to all our members and visitors. A heartfelt gratitude to our dear parents, teachers, and to our beloved Swami. Swami, thank you very much for everything, and we love you. Sairam. So today is a special program that we kind of going in, and we have two special ones are lined up, and especially mainly we're going to do our recollect all our memories with our dear brother Viner, and also we're going to go into the Satya recap, the festivity, what we happened, what we did last week. And so, Suresh, brother, you want to put the next slides? Announcements, please. Sarah, you want to quickly go with the devotional announcements?
Sairam everyone. So a couple of very quick devotional announcements. As we had mentioned before, we have an opportunity to host satsang in our members' homes as part of our Navratri celebrations like we do every year. Most of the slots are filled up. We do have a couple still open. So if you're interested, please let one of us know and we'll do our best to accommodate the dates. But I'm hoping that we get these slots filled up very quickly. The second announcement is every year we record a series of bhajans that get played online during the Global Akhanda Bhajan streaming from Prashanti Nilayam. So we're going to be doing that recording this coming weekend. We will be sending out more instructions. The singers are already lined up, but all the devotees, we would like for you all to be able to dress in similar colors, things like that, so that it visually looks pretty nice. So we'll send out more details and the timing of that and the format for that. So that's really all there is.
We'll go with the service announcement.
Sairam everybody. So it was a blissful 4 days at the Satya event, and I just want to take a moment to acknowledge and appreciate all the work stream leads, the team and the volunteers who worked tirelessly to make everything perfect for the event. So our sincere thanks to everyone. After Satya, so we are back to our regular service activities. So yesterday we had an amazing set of seva activities at the women's shelter. We had a breakfast seva and lunch seva, and in between the two we also did our annual the eye exam eyeglasses seva and also the school supplies seva. So I would like to acknowledge Dr. Krishna for all his support in all the events that took place yesterday. And special mention about the SSSC kids who came out and helped in all the 3 seva activities yesterday. And special kudos to the kids for doing the school supply seva as well at the women's shelter. So I pray to Swami to shower his blessings on all of us. Sairam.
Sairam everyone. Study circle. We had very good study circle today. We talked about devotion. Very good discussion we had. Hope everyone here has a devotion towards Swami and God. And next time we're going to talk about unity is divinity. So please come, join us, and let's learn together and grow together. Sairam.
Sairam, everyone. So thank you again. A special thanks to Dr. Krishna for successful medical camp eye clinic, and to all the SSC kids. Next slide. Yes. So before today's program, my sister Darshana is going to take over. But before giving it to her, definitely we just want to recollect, we just want to go through this slide, and where everybody can, take a look at it. I don't look at your ability, I look at your Shraddha. I don't want your capability, but I only want your availability. And I think as we kind of witnessed, I think Atlanta Sai Center took this to heart, and that is where we kind of witnessed last weekend's the magnitude level of Satya program. So definitely, we want to say thank you to Swami, and where we kind of took this one seriously. And Suresh, next one. And certain things, as we kind of given our ability also, but still we kind of thinking ourselves, hey, we kind of doing it, myself doing it, or anybody else doing it. I think more than that, the surrender is what Swami is kind of looked into us, and we kind of left everything into his hands. So, and that kind of drove us into this, no words, this beautiful, beautiful Swami created this whole Satya program across the region, across the national level, and that's what we got blessed with. So without further delay, I'll request our Sister Darshana to take over from here and walk us through the rest of the evening. Thank you.
Sairam, everyone. So it's been 1 week since the Satya offering, and I hope everybody had time to recoup the body and, more importantly, internalize all the bliss that we shared. Let's take a moment to collectively offer our gratitude to Swami. So if you could just close your eyes for a moment and take a couple of relaxed, deep breaths. Swami, as a center, we had the intention of offering 100 rounds of Rudram for the well-being and healing of your creation. We pray that we have pleased you in serving in unity and with love, in whatever way each one of us participated. Forgive us where we faltered, and receive our gratitude as part of your centennial celebration. Guide us to continue growing together and sharing your love and message with everyone. Thank you, Swami. So, can you, brothers, Suresh is going to play some videos of some pictures, actually show some pictures while I just do a little recap of last week, and actually before last week. So, brothers and sisters, this Satya offering, it just started as a unique idea, and then it blossomed into this elaborate and powerful and prayerful celebration. And many of us didn't really understand the efficacy of it until we experienced it, until we were there. And it took all of us. And so I really don't want to recognize any specific names, because I think that's, probably 150 plus people that we'd have to go list. Rather, I just want to highlight how all of our effort manifested with Swami driving each of us. So the first point I want to make is most of the planning for this event happened in 6 weeks. Things had started rolling before that, but more people really started to become part of it 6 weeks before the actual event. Events like this take time, months of preparation and coordination to put something like this together. But Swami set us in motion that 6 weeks before the program, working through each of us and then filling the gaps between us where we were falling short, either on supplies or capabilities or time even. And he knew where he wanted each of us to be, and when we tuned in, we became part of that motion. So that was really the only choice we had, to tune in or not to tune in. My second point is, this being a unique event, it took some time for us to figure out how to get everyone involved. But the beauty is that everyone was ready. When we asked for availability, not knowing what the tasks were going to be that we needed help with, that turned into a WhatsApp group. And I looked at the WhatsApp group this afternoon, and it's now become our center volunteer group. And it has 107 people. So with Swami, that makes us 108 divine souls in that WhatsApp volunteer group. So what this says is that, we didn't know what everybody was going to be needed for, but everybody was ready to do what was needed. And that is true service, not just wanting to do what you like to do, but being ready to serve where the need is. So that is truly inspiring to be with a congregation of people like that. Then we went into last Wednesday and Thursday, where Swami just sort of sped everything up in motion. So much was happening. And, on Wednesday, the sisters were making garlands, most of the sisters. And on Friday, they were involved in some of the puja things and the coconuts and everything. The sweetness of the sisters, I really get emotional when I think about it, because there was just so much joy with the sisters. Ready for any task, just flurrying around in joy before the event, during the event, and always with a smile. So thank you, Swami, within all of the Shaktis. You really brought out that sweetness of Swami within this event. And now to the strength of all the brothers. It's really very easy to underappreciate everything that just works out right. You took care of all the comforts we needed. And Swami even made the weather perfect for us, so he was definitely on your team there. Take a moment, all of us, to reflect on how well we were taken care of. Each one of us working for each other. So gratitude to the Swami within all of you for making no task impossible. From water to power to parking to site preparation to bathrooms to food, everything that needed to surround this offering of chanting, it was there. And you would only recognize something like, I stepped on a stone and it hurt my foot, and then I really appreciated all those wooden planks and all the flooring that was done with all these hands within the tent. So you don't appreciate those things until you know that they're not there. So thank you to all the brothers for that. And now I want to move to the actual event, the sound and the beauty of Friday through Monday. It was just mystical and joyful. The decorations, the rangoli every morning, the suprabhatam, the chanting, the bhajans, all 100% soulful. Thank you, Swami, within each of you who created a space of beautiful energy. The way the place looked, the way the place sounded, and the way the place felt. That space is something all of us created together. So just putting a point on the chanting. There was a lot of planning on how we should do this chanting because, we were all put in slots because we needed to chant 11 rounds. Once a month when we get together and chant one round, Ekadasi Rudram, that takes us like 3 hours. So we were a little bit like, how will we do this for 11 times in 2 days? But I don't know how to describe time last weekend. There was full participation and full energy, so we had no idea where the time went. We were all just so charged up. So thank you to all those who participated in the chanting. And lastly, the Homa. May we all benefit from the blessing of this auspicious culmination of the event. The Homa was truly surreal. May the actions of those rituals that we had transcend to the transformation within us. And may all of Swami's creation be healed through our collective offering. That's what we were there for. As a center, this event feels like it's sort of started off another wave of transformation for us, how we've all united and worked with love to serve Swami and to serve each other. So we pray that Swami keeps us in this motion of his message as we move forward as a center together. So humble gratitude to each of you. So thank you for letting me share my thoughts. I would like to share this time with a few of our brothers and sisters who would want to share their experiences from last weekend. So let's start from our youngest one, Sahiti, who's going to share a couple of thoughts of her experience. She was our youngest Ritvik at the event last week, and I just observed her like full throat chanting hours at a time.
Sairam, so I got to be a Ritvik during the Satya event, and it was really amazing because I got to sit down for at least 5 cycles and chant, and I got to sit down at the Homukundam and be able to, offer the havis, and I think that was really cool. I like chanting Rudram because, there's so much going on with school, with extracurriculars, with clubs and everything. And whenever I chant Rudram, I really focus on the meaning and each of the words and the intent behind each of the words and what I want to offer to Swami. And I think that really grounds me in the moment and keeps my mind from running away to different things and to different places and to different activities. So I really like this event because it used to be super exhausting for me to even sit through one Ekadashi Rudra Abhishekam. But after this, I feel like I can do it. I can do it all over again. It was a really good energy boost and a recharge. And yeah.
And now we'll have Shivni Aunty share a few words.
Sairam, everybody. It was amazing. The atmosphere and the energy was so high that we could stay there for all the 4 days, and nobody I saw around was sleeping or anything. Everybody was so high. And interestingly enough, that I met a couple of people who have attended this Rudram Havan quite a few times, and they said that they have never seen so much of energy. There was one lady who had come from California, and she said this was the 6th time that she was attending this time, and she was so full of praise for Atlanta Sai Center. And I would say that was all Swami's blessings that he helped us to go through all those 4 days. Sairam.
And lastly, from the sister side, Sumanna.
Sairam all. What an amazing and blissful event we all witnessed. I'm still reliving the joy and divine vibrations from last weekend. We, the flower group, Sai, Shri, Raji and I, and of course Swami, from the bottom of our hearts and our heartfelt thanks to each and every one of you who lovingly joined in, whether it was deciding the type of flowers, how many bunches to order, procuring them from the florist, hosting the entire flower team, plucking flowers, preparing thread and needle, making garlands, which are 350 plus, packing them in individual boxes for each day. On all days, we open a lot of lotuses for Abhishekam and preparing flowers for puja or countless other seva activities behind the scenes. The grand altar flower decorations would not have been possible without your love, dedication, and devotion to Swami. 3 beautiful miracles we witnessed were the flowers blooming as we sang bhajans, and we could complete 350 plus garlands in just 2 days. It was impossible, actually. The flowers were all handloom. They were not at all bloomed, but the next day, we sang bhajans the day before, and the next day they were all bloomed, 100% of them. And we could complete the garlands within 3 days, all the 350 of them, 350 plus. And Swami sending us experienced garland makers at just the right time. And the main one was the shipping was stopped in India while all this was going on. So Swami's grace, we could collect everything on time. A very special note of gratitude to our Rangoli team with so much devotion. They came every single day, 5:30 a.m. to create these stunning Rangolis, filling the space with such beauty and joy. I'm sure many of you noticed and admired their divine art. I would like to take a few minutes to recognize all the sisters. You all poured your devotion into your every petal, every garland, every Rangoli, and every act of service. Shivni Auntie, Geeta Auntie, Vijaya Auntie, Madhavi Uppala, Sridevi Garu, Madhavi Alapati, Nutan, Ravina, Daksha Patel, Usha Marwada, Ramani Nakina, Jayalalita, Lakshmi Korala, Lalita, Revati, Richita, Gayatri, Jayanti, Anita, Raji, and Brother Suresh for providing their home to fulfill the task. And Sai Shri for your guidance. And the Rangoli team is Lakshmi Korala, Jayanti, Ramya, Madhavi Bhupala, and Lalita. Truly, every detail from the flowers to the Rangolis reflected nothing but love for Swami. Together, we were able to offer him something grand and heartfelt. Thank you. Jai Sai Ram.
Now some thoughts from our brother's side. Christian Uncle, will you share your thoughts with us first, please?
Sai Ram. To conduct an event of this magnitude for over 400 devotees spread over 4 days on human level is never an easy task. But any undertaken in the name of Swami is never outdone in courtesy. When an event is undertaken in his name by his disciplined, dedicated, devoted instruments, he is never outdone in courtesy. And his love, blessings, compassion, and grace were palpable in everything that happened on over those 4 days. It was something worth savoring and taking in. Now, on a human level, could we have improved on anything? Yes, perhaps 1 or 2 things. One, event was spread over 4 days, and if there was diversity of food, that would have been welcome. Second, there was conspicuous absence of any volunteers who could have attempted to maintain certain amount of discipline and silence, because recitation of Rudram is indeed unique, and I for one would have welcomed if we had observed silence, but that didn't happen all the time. So just a couple of observations, but other than that, it was a joyful occasion and full of Swami's blessings, grace and love and compassion. Thank you.
Some words?
Hello everyone, Sai Ram. I would like to offer my humble namaskar at the divine lotus feet of our Lord, Power Divine, Sri Satya Sai Baba. First and foremost, I feel simply honored and blessed to be a part of this Atlanta Sai family, and this simply means a lot to me. I had a calm and a blissful experience chanting Rudram over 100 times at the new center site during this Labor Day weekend. One small experience, which was a good one, was I had the opportunity to carry Lord Ganesha during the procession on the first day, which was indeed a miracle. So chanting this Rudram continuously and experiencing the high energy and the vibration of divine grace was a calm and a divine experience that I will always treasure in my heart. At some point during the chanting, I became a bit emotional as I had, trickle of tears, running down, my cheek. I was crying, I was emotional. This wasn't any ordinary tear. It was the tear of, love, divinity. I wanted to give my best, to please Swami, and it was an emotional experience, and I was indeed blessed to, be a part of this, 100, chanting Rudram 100 times during the event. Chanting Rudram has tremendously helped me with my overall health and well-being. It has enhanced, my physical health, physiological health, psychological health, intellectual health, spiritual health, emotional health, social health, and, all these dimensions. And, by chanting Rudram, it has really helped me, better focus on things, and it, enhanced my concentration, and, it also makes me feel calm, when I chant Rudram. The quote, Rudram keeps you Bhadram, simply resonates with me because of all the positive aspects of health benefits I have personally experienced. From the bottom of my heart, I would like to give special thanks to our Rudram coach, Vade uncle, for instilling this divine mantra in all of us, and also to my beloved parents, my mom and dad, who kept motivating me to keep practicing and chanting Rudram. Thanking you all, and Jai Sai Ram. Sai Ram.
I think we had one more. Dr. Krishna?
Sairam, it's quite difficult to follow that memento, but I'll try. I just wanted to make 3 points. One was unity. I think from every talk I've heard, Swami values unity over everything. And in most organizations that I belong to, 10% of people do 90% of the work. But this is the one organization where 100% of people do 100% of the work. Naturally, everybody participates in their own way, whether it be time, energy, resources, prayer, but it's amazing to be a part of this community. I think it's uplifted myself, my family, including my wife and my daughter, and I think being a part of the Atlanta Sai community is probably the best thing that's ever happened to us, so I'm very thankful for that. The second is the concept of Vedas alone. Having been as a part of the Sai Center from childhood, I would say our core activities have always been bhajans, study circle, and service. And I think only having come to the Atlanta Sai Center has Vedas been integrated into my aspect of bhakti, and so we wanted to thank all of you for making that a core part of our participation. And lastly, I think the most important thing is excitement. You know, when we attended this event, I think we're very excited for the future. I think that seeing this event made us very excited about the future of the Sai Center and the physical building incoming. And it is, I think, the beginning of many more events like this. And everyone put their energy in blessing that ground. Swami helped us blessing that ground and start the project that's about to happen in the next year. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. So beautifully said by everybody. To wrap up everything about Satya, I just want to conclude by saying that we have an appreciation dinner after bhajans today, so everybody have dinner and then go home. So that's thank you to everyone who's coordinated that. And also, if you did not get a gold prasadam bag, it's one per family. We have some extra ones out here. Even if you didn't come, we would really like to share this prasadam with you. So there's also tirtham from the Abhishekam, so please have that before you go as well. Transitioning into the second reason that we are here today, I think probably a few things resonate. One is the unity in the center, and two is the love in the center. And that's not something that started recently or even a few years ago. That started decades ago. And one of the pillars of that, the foundation of that unity and love at the center, was Brother Wayner Crowder, who merged with Swami last week. So we are here to remember him and celebrate his life and the legacy he left. On a personal note, the meditation you heard today, that when we started coming to the center in 1997, that's what we were exposed to. Didn't know Swami before then. That was the kind of power that we were exposed to from day one. Wayner was an officer, served many roles, and so he was sort of a go-to for anything you wanted to know that's operational and official about the center. But he was also very personal, very loving and playful, and loved to smile and joke, and we all remember those parts of Wayner. So I'm going to hand this over to Nagesh Bhai and others who will speak about him, and then we'll share some of the bhajans that Wayner used to sing for the rest of the program.
Thank you, Darshana. You already said what I wanted to say. Sairam. Wayner came to know about Baba in 1981, and he went to see Baba in same year. Within 2 months of he saw Baba's video, and he proceeded to Prashanti, and about 44 years of his life he has actively participated in Satya Sai organizational function. And if you talk about all 5 Ds, he had all. He had discipline, dedication, determination, and devotion. And he actually, whatever we have in Atlanta Sai Center, his contribution cannot be measured. Musically, the older members, whoever is in the center for last 25, 30 years, they will be able to tell what he has given us in forms of music. But from Seva point of view, the Narayan Seva which we do, he started that Seva from his house, from his home in 1984. He went to a church, his mother's church, and there they were doing Seva, and then he brought it to the center. Until he went to his, the assisted living place, he took active part on that Seva. Every Saturday he was there. And actually, we definitely have most of the members who takes part in Seva. We have seen him on Saturday and Sunday, 2 days. And that, because I'm talking about Seva, I'll tell you that one special occasion. It was 1996, Saturday after Thanksgiving. So that time we used to give prepared sandwich soup. So I had one last bag in my hand. So one of the gentlemen, homeless, he started running towards that bag, and he took that from my hand, and he says, "God sent you." So then he said, last food he had was on Thanksgiving dinner on Thursday evening. So whole of Friday, he didn't eat. Saturday till 1 p.m. So when we had I told Weiner, find out what he needs. So when Weiner was he was an African American gentleman. When Weiner started talking to him, and we discovered he is a former U.S. Marine. Because of his dedication, discipline, and his sort of his work ethics, he was appointed as a bodyguard for President Ronald Reagan. But in life, he got married, his marriage didn't work, he lost his house, he lost his job, he lost his car, he lost everything. In fact, he didn't have his social security card. Of course, that time we didn't have cell phones, so no phone, no house. So when he spoke that, Weiner said that we must try to help him. And when he was trying to take the phone number, some of our members says, "Don't do it, it's very risky." But Weiner and me, with Baba's grace, we could. He doesn't have a social security card, so we cannot give him a job. So actually, me and Weiner, we took him to the social security office, got his card, and also we could give him a job. And that, of course, because he doesn't have a bank account, he will get his check. So the job, we got it to our friend's place, and the friend, I told him to give, if he gives a check, let him cash the check in that organization itself. And they agreed. After 2 years, one day I was taking a taxi to go somewhere, and that guy saluted me, told me, "Do you recognize me?" I said, "No." "Well, you give me the job, now I have 5 taxis." So Baba can, if you give it to him, he will do anything for you. So that was Seva point of view. But devotional music point of view, I'll tell you two incidents which we had in Prashanti Nilayam. One time, and it was before 2000, it was 99, me and Weiner went to Prashanti 7 times together, and we used to share room because he had his apartment there. So one day we are trying to enter, and there are lots of crowd. A state you have seen in the beginning, when Baba says Kerala. Kerala state is a communist state, and they came, officials, 400 to 500 people came. They were recognizing Satya Sai Baba as Purna Avatar. His being a communist state, it was very important to know that. So when we saw that crowd, well, many of you know me, I said, "Weiner, don't look at the crowd, don't follow the line, follow me." We went, when we are going, they thought we are member of that group, and they gave us 2 plates, and each one one plate, and plate had some rice, some flowers, and all that stuff. And Weiner asking me, "What do you do with that?" I said, "Weiner, I don't know, but let's go and sit. Whatever they do, we do the same thing." So okay, so he said, Baba came, Baba sat on his chair, and then they started chanting something which I don't know, and I could not get even one word of that chant, because they were chanting, even though they were chanting in Sanskrit, but I think they had Malayali accent on that, so I'm not sure. Then Weiner, of course, if I don't understand, definitely Weiner don't understand. So we whispered to each other. I said, we do Om Sri Sai Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Babaya Namaha. So the last line when we do here, we did the Bengali people. There's a CD with Bengali guys, and which is much more sweeter than what we hear even now. No. No, actually, and it is true. Me and he, we did it. I don't know exactly right now. It may not come, but I'll do it exactly what we did. Om Sri Sai Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Babaya Namo 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 Namo. And we did it. By the time we finished one, they finished 3-4 things. So but whenever we chant, anyhow, even all of you must be, when we are chanting, we keep our eyes closed. All on a sudden, something is falling on our head. We open, Baba is standing there, and behind Baba there is a guy who is a student holding a bowl of rice, and Baba came and threw rice onto our head, and he put two finger like that, and he said, these 2 brothers. And then he spoke to those people, the chanters, something in their language which we didn't know, but I only heard the word Madhuram. So Baba left, they came and started asking us, where did you learn this mantra? I said, which mantra? Well, whatever you chanted. I said, we chanted Baba's name. Then to Wainer, I said, Wainer, they asked Wainer and me both, but Wainer said, what they are talking about? I said, I don't know, they are talking about some chanting, whatever we chant. So then I asked, why you are asking that? This is Baba's name. Well, Baba told us to learn from you and add sweetness whenever you are chanting. So the Wainer, I think that why I brought it, because of that, is the sweetness came along with his knowledge of music and devotion, as I said, he had to sing. Next, in the same trip, next time, I'm going to sing that bhajan today. In the Purnachandra hall, some of the foreigners, I don't know which country they were from, they were singing, and they had microphone, but that was, not microphone, they had harmonium, but Wainer, it was not of Wainer's taste. But Wainer said, okay, Nagesh, let's sing one bhajan. I said, which one? Then, of course, I will sing it today, but I'll sing the high point, and then I will tell what Baba did. That bhajan is Manamohananandalal. The high point is Manamohananandalal, Manamohananandalal, Brindavananandalal. When we said Brindavananandalal, Baba was inside the office. He came out and he was standing and he did hold his chest and he did like that and he did like that. We thought Baba is telling us stop. But Wainer said, no, and then Wainer stopped, I stopped, then people just pushed us. Then when we continue doing Manamohana Madhusudana Vrindavana Nandalal, Baba did like this. So thank you. So that's what I wanted to share, that apart from that what he has done, he had different connection with Satya. One thing, officially, he has never done anything without getting approval from Baba himself through Dr. Goldstein. Anything we ask, if he does not know, he will ask Goldstein. Goldstein will ask Baba, and then we'll get the approval or disapproval. If it is not approved by books, he will never allow us to do that. And that was things, and that's the reason Atlanta Center is totally different from many other centers we visit. Because we follow his instruction, including when we sing bhajan, we follow his direction how to sing. So that's why when I was going, I didn't allow many people to sing. It was not me. It was he's telling us not to allow it to sing. Sairam, next Tarun will share more experience because he used to meet Tarun Wainer every week.
Sairam all. I'm going to read because I will tend to get emotional. I don't want to lose the points. So I want reminded of the many ways he touched each of us with his love, devotion, and service. It is always difficult to reflect on a friend who's gone, even knowing that he's closer to Swami than ever before. We knew each other for a long time, going back to days when I had a lot more hair. Dinosaur days. I was a grad student at Emory and had just moved to an unfamiliar city. I found his contact information and called him up and asked him to find, Sai Center. That week, he picked me up from the campus, and as I got in the car, I realized that I had met this guy before. Years ago, we had been in Puttaparthi at the same time and received interviews from Swami the same week. We must have walked past each other, traveling across the world all the way to India, and here we were again, sitting side by side. Swami's coincidences, right? This was the beginning of a long, loving friendship of devotion, music, and seva. I think back to all the years we spent together, all the other times that we would sing together, service activities we would perform. And that's the way this little center, which had maybe 10 or 15 members, it grew to what you see now. I remember Aaron was a little kid, Simon was a little kid running around in the center. Music was Wayner's heart and soul. He was a gifted pianist from Juilliard School of Music, and he quickly mastered the harmonium as well. And it was through his music that we connected most closely. Whenever I visited his home, he would often sit at the grand piano, filling the room with melodies while we sang our favorite bhajans. And in his puja room, our true musical companionship flourished. Him on the harmonium and me on my tabla, what I knew of tabla. Many times he'd come out for dinner to our house, and the night would culminate with all of us getting lost in the joy of bhajans. Along with his love for music, Wayner had a deep and selfless commitment to service. He often took me to the old Riches building, which is of course demolished now, in downtown Atlanta, where he would patiently tutor adults in reading and writing, quietly transforming lives. And I think a lot of people didn't know about this one. Many of us also remember the downtown seva, which Nagesh mentioned, the Narayan seva, in his home, where we would pack sandwiches and fruits and sing bhajans and then head downtown caravan of cars looking for homeless people. During the winter months, we carried hot soup as well, hoping to bring warmth to those in the cold. Wayner's devotion to Swami and his dedication to service extended far beyond individual acts of kindness. When I first joined Atlanta Center, it was a small group of devotees that would meet at different homes. Over the course of our friendship, our small little center grew to what you see today, in part due to Wayner's work and leadership roles within Sai organization, both locally and regionally. He always led with humility and love. For me, he was not only a brother and a dear friend. But also an example of what it means to live a life anchored in service and devotion. Wayner truly embodied the principle and cherished what he cherished, and his legacy will continue to inspire all of us. May we honor him by carrying forward his music of his heart and the service of his hands, both of which were always offered at the feet of our Lord. Few of us called each other Prabhu, Prabhu meaning God, right? And we would call each other Prabhu. So Prabhu has finally merged with our Prabhu. And such an example of a life. Sai Ram.
Okay. Thank you, Sai Ram. wonderful being here for Weiner today. Wish he could have been here. He would have loved hearing what everybody has to say about it. I don't know what's left to say, and I'm being honest about that because I was sitting in the back and I forgot to put in my hearing aid, so I have no idea what y'all said. But the love here, you can hear it from Tarun, Nagesh, his two brothers in life here. Diane couldn't be here tonight. She wanted to be here, and I got to tell you, one of her favorite things in the world was playing with Weiner. They just had that connection between her guitar and his harmonium, and every moment that she got to play with him just filled her with love. So she wished she could be here tonight, but she was in California getting ready to making arrangements for my daughter's wedding, which will be out there next year, because apparently she couldn't find any place more expensive here to have her wedding. I got to meet Weiner first back in 1987 when Diane and I first went down to your house. Sat in your basement with the boys and Linda. And that was the first time we'd ever even heard a harmonium or a budget. So it was, 40-something years being with Weiner and getting to share in his love. And everybody's already talked about all the wonderful things that he does. For those of you that didn't know Weiner, if you want to have an idea of what a special person he was and how much we all loved him, have you ever seen us do this for anybody else? And this is pretty special that we have a day here for today. So one story I did want to say that involved him was years ago in our house, where the guy came over to clean out the ductwork, the vents. And we had a piano downstairs. We had a picture of Barbara on the top of it, sitting in his chair. And the guy walks through our living room. He looks at the picture. He says, "I know him." Diane and I are going, "Wow. Barbara works in mysterious ways." I said, "Really?" I said, How do you know him? How'd you hear about him?" He said, "Well, he called me." I said, "He called you?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "Why?" He goes, "Because he wanted to hire me to suck his ducks." I said, "Wait a second. You guys have an office in Puda Party?" I said, "I didn't even know they had ducks in Puda Party." And it turned out he had been at Weiner's house. And if you've ever been to Weiner's house is basically a shrine to Baba, and had all these life-size pictures of Baba around his house. And this fella thought that Weiner was basically an egomaniac that had all these pictures of himself around the house when he used to have an afro and an orange robe. That was my story about him. And Weiner, we love you, brother, and we'll see you in the future. And I want to turn it over to Cosby.
Saram, everyone. Through Swami's grace, I started the center in 1980, but Weiner really contributed much more than I did to what you have here today. And I've always loved Weiner like a brother, even though I didn't have as much interactions with him as others. And I'd just like to say, I know he's in a better place, and I'm happy for him that he's finally with Swami.
Okay, today actually I just want to mention that whatever the bhajans we are singing, especially Jain sides, all are Weiner's bhajans, favorite bhajans. That's what we'll be referring, including his signature song, the Unison.
Based on all what they said about Weiner's 44 years of devotion, so he had a name we had given him. It's Venugopalachar. So we'll celebrate Weiner's music.
obstacles away, O Lord Gananatha. You take all the obstacles away, O Lord Gananatha. You take all the obstacles away, O Lord Gananatha. You take all the obstacles away, O Lord Gananatha. You give us happiness, you give us auspiciousness, you give us happiness, you give us auspiciousness. You take all the sorrows away, O Lord Gananatha. You take all the sorrows away, O Lord Gananatha. There is no emptiness, there is no loneliness, there is no emptiness, there is no loneliness. When we start off the day with your name, O Lord Gananatha. When we start off the day with your name, O Lord Gananatha. When we start off the day with your name, O Lord Gananatha. When we start off the day with your name, O Lord Gananatha. You take all the obstacles away, O Lord Gananatha. You take all the obstacles away, O Lord Gananatha. You give us happiness, you give us auspiciousness, you give us happiness, you give us auspiciousness. You take all the sorrows away, O Lord Gananatha. You take all the sorrows away, O Lord Gananatha. There is no emptiness, there is no loneliness, there is no emptiness, there is no loneliness. When we start off the day with your name, O Lord Gananatha. When we start off the day with your name, O Lord Gananatha. When we start off the day with your name, O Lord Gananatha. When we start off the day with your name, O Lord Gananatha. You take all the obstacles away, O Lord Gananatha.
प्रेम स्वरूपा नमो नमो
प्रेम स्वरूपा नमो नमो
प्रेम स्वरूपा नमो नमो
प्रेम स्वरूपा
मंगल रूपा नमो नमो
मंगल रूपा नमो नमो
मंगल रूपा नमो नमो
मंगल रूपा नमो नमो
धर्म स्वरूपा नमो नमो
सर्व स्वरूपा नमो नमो
धर्म स्वरूपा नमो नमो
धर्म स्वरूपा नमो नमो
साई स्वरूपा नमो नमो
साई स्वरूपा नमो नमो
सत्य साई स्वरूपा नमो नमो
सत्य साई स्वरूपा नमो नमो
नमो नमो नमो नमो
नमो Sai Swarupa Namo Namo Satya Sai Swarupa Prema Swarupa Namo Namo Prema Swarupa Namo Namo Mangala Rupa Namo Namo Mangala Rupa Namo Namo Dharma Swarupa Namo Namo Dharma Swarupa Namo Namo Sai Swarupa Namo Namo Sai Swarupa Namo 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 Sundara Rupa Namo Namo Ati Sundara Rupa Namo Namo Sai Swarupa Namo Namo Sai Swarupa Namo Namo Satya Sai Swarupa Namo Namo Satya Sai Swarupa Namo Namo Prema Swarupa Namo Namo Manamohananandala Manamohananandala
राम रहीम को भजने वाले तेरे पुजारी बाबा। राम रहीम को भजने वाले तेरे पुजारी बाबा। तेरा नाम एक सहारा, तेरा नाम एक सहारा, तेरा नाम एक सहारा। तुम ही हो गीता, तुम ही रामायण, तुम ही हो वेद पुराण। तुम ही हो गीता, तुम ही रामायण, तुम ही हो वेद पुराण। तेरा नाम एक सहारा, ओ तेरा नाम एक सहारा, तेरा नाम एक सहारा, तेरा नाम एक सहारा। तेरा नाम एक सहारा, राम रहीम को भजने वाले तेरे पुजारी बाबा। तेरा नाम एक सहारा, ओ तेरा नाम एक सहारा, तेरा नाम एक सहारा, तुम ही हो गीता, तुम ही रामायण, तुम ही हो वेद पुराण।
Oh, loving Lord of all the worlds, let me be your devotee. Oh, loving Lord of all the worlds, let me be your devotee. Oh, loving Lord of all the worlds, let me be your devotee. Loving Lord of all the worlds, let me be your devotee. Your divine light is all I am, all I could ever be. Your divine light is all I am, all I can ever be. Your divine light is all I am, all I could ever be. Your divine light is all I am, all I can ever be. God above me and above me, all I love is yours. God above me and above me, all I love is yours. Lord above me and above me, all I see is yours. Lord above me and above me, all I see is yours. Let me come to your heart and stay forevermore. Let me come into your heart and stay forevermore. Baba, let me come to your heart and stay forevermore. Baba, let me come into your heart and stay forevermore. Oh, loving Lord of all the worlds, let me be your devotee. Oh, loving Lord of all the worlds, let me be your devotee. Your divine light is all I am, all I could ever be. Your divine light is all I am, all I can ever be. God above me and above me, all I love is yours. God above me and above me, all I love is yours. Lord above me and above me, all I see is yours. Lord above me and above me, all I see is yours. Let me come into your heart and stay forevermore. Baba, let me come into your heart and stay forevermore. Baba, let me come into your heart and stay forevermore. Baba, let me come into your heart and stay forevermore. Baba, let me come into your heart and stay forevermore. Baba, let me come into your heart and stay forevermore. Baba, let me come into your heart and stay forevermore. Baba, let me come into your heart and stay forevermore. Baba, let me come into your heart and stay forevermore.
Sai Ram Ghanshyam Bhagavan Tumhara naam. Sai Ram Ghanshyam Bhagavan Tumhara naam. Sai Ram Ghanshyam Bhagavan Tumhara Nandalala Nandagopala Nandalala Nandalala.
Govinda Rama, Jai Jai Gopala Rama. 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 Madhava Rama, Jai Jai Keshava Rama. Madhava Rama, Jai Jai Keshava Rama. Madhava Rama, Jai Jai Keshava Rama. Govinda Rama, Jai Jai Gopala Rama. Govinda Rama, Jai Jai Gopala Rama. Sulabha Rama, Jai Jai Durlabha Rama. Sulabha Rama, Jai Jai Sulabha Rama. Sulabha Rama, Jai Jai Sulabha Rama. Sulabha Rama, Jai Jai Sulabha Rama. Ek tu Rama, Jai Jai Anek tu 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 Rama. Govinda Rama, Jai Jai Gopala Rama. Govinda Rama, Jai Jai Gopala Rama. Madhava Rama, Jai Jai Keshava Rama. Madhava Rama, Jai Jai Keshava Rama. Govinda Rama, Jai Jai Gopala Rama. Govinda Rama, Jai Jai Gopala Rama. Sulabha Rama, Jai Jai Sulabha Rama. Sulabha Rama, Jai Jai Sulabha Rama. Ek tu Rama, Jai Jai Anek tu 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 Rama. Govinda Rama, Jai Jai Gopala Rama.
अखंड ज्योति जलावो साई मन मंदिर में।
ज्योति जलाओ साई मन मंदिर में।
अखंड ज्योति जलाओ साई मन मंदिर में।
ज्योति जलाओ साई मन मंदिर में।
अखंड ज्योति जलाओ अखंड ज्योति जलाओ।
अखंड ज्योति जलाओ।
कोटि सूर्य सम तेज स्वरूपा।
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 साई तुम हो दिव्य 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 स्वरूपा।
अखंड ज्योति जलाओ।
अखंड ज्योति जलाओ।
साई अखंड ज्योति जलाओ।
अखंड ज्योति जलाओ।
बाबा अखंड ज्योति जलाओ
दिव्य ज्योति ज्ञान ज्योति प्रेम ज्योति
ओ दिव्य ज्योति ज्ञान ज्योति प्रेम ज्योति जलाओ अखंड ज्योति जलाओ अखंड ज्योति जलाओ अखंड ज्योति जलाओ साई मन मंदिर में अखंड ज्योति जलाओ कोटि सूर्य सम तेज स्वरूपा साई तुम हो दिव्य स्वरूपा अखंड ज्योति जलाओ साई अखंड ज्योति जलाओ प्रभु अखंड ज्योति जलाओ
अखंड ज्योति जलाओ
दिव्य ज्योति ज्ञान ज्योति प्रेम ज्योति जलाओ
दिव्य ज्योति ज्ञान
अखंड ज्योति जलाओ 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 साई अखंड ज्योति जलाओ बाबा अखंड ज्योति जलाओ दिव्य ज्योति ज्ञान ज्योति प्रेम ज्योति जलाओ अखंड ज्योति जलाओ
पुण्यं न पापं न सौख्यं न दुःखम् न मन्त्रो न तीर्थं न वेदायज्ञम् अहं भोजनं न भोजनं नैव भोज्यम् न सदानन्दरूपम् अद्वैतम् सदानन्दरूपम् अद्वैतम् सत्यं शिवं सुन्दरम् सदानन्दरूपं शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम्
असतो मा सद्गमया तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमया मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमया शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
Dear Swami, lead us from this transient world into the everlasting world of bliss. Give us the effulgence of your grace and illumine our souls with truth. Save us from the cycle of birth and death and destroy the cravings of our minds. May all beings in all the worlds be happy always. Peace, peace, peace.
Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Satya Sai Bhakta Jana Samrakshaka Bhakta Jana Samrakshaka Bhakti Maheshwara Om Jai Jagadish Hare Sadhana Shrikara Sarva Pranapate Swami Sarva Pranapate Asrita Kalpalatika Asrita Kalpalatika Apadbhagava Om Jai Jagadish Hare Vasapita Gurudeva Maryam Tayunive Swami Maryam Tayunive Bhaga Brahma Jana जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की